super simple, quick base tour. We're in the gatehouse right here. We just come up into the gatehouse. We have bedroom respawns, double-sided Patricos. With some quick 4 small boxes. Drop box. We have a square right there to put planter boxes or whatever kind of deployables you want. We have another single sleeping bag spawn right here with angles on the entrances. And when we make this shipping container, we have a pixel gap peak, just like Brutalist Roof. And below this, when you upgrade it to a shipping container, we have hidden loot barrels right here that you can hide your rockets in when you go offline. And when you reskin it back to unskinned sheet metal, you can't access the barrel. It only does work with barrels, but yeah, just make that shipping container. You have 1 barrel on each side, 2 barrels, hidden loot. It's technically a bunker. Calling it a bunker is technically correct, the best kind of correct. And we have another gatehouse right here, bedrooms. Everything is symmetrical. And these squares right there, just to have deployables or a little mini farm, whatever you want. Same thing right here. So make sure to reskin that to unskinned metal when you go offline. And we have depot boxes right here because this is redundant honeycomb. So this is just depot for the shell. And I like doing that double door right here so we can shut someone in there if they don't raid that actual door. You get caught with that door open. Anyways, jumping up into the 2x1 core. Nice standard furnace jump up. We have more depot boxes right here. We have the second floor, and then the actual repair bench doesn't block your spiral stair bunker. We have building block blocked windows on all 3 sides, angles down on the front door, and angles on the high walls. And this is repeated on one side, but with only 1 garage door to access. This is all blocked right here, and then we have the single door for peaks right there for when they come down in, if they're coming down in from your roof. And we just go over to the core, and we have a spiral stair bunker. I've been told it doesn't work on console, but it's pretty great. And then we just have a standard 2x1 right here. Very standard 2x1 for a spiral stair bunker starter, I guess. Very, very standard. And you can replace these spiral stairs, seal the bunker inside or out. You just hop down here, jump up as you place it, upgrade it, bunker seal. And now jumping up to the roof, we just have another little mini bedroom spawn right here. We have barrels under here. Ankle biters if they're in our little peaks right there, small ankle biters, and we have more drop box storage right here. Jumping up, we have low wall angles, Patrico angles with a barrel in the Patrico, right down on our peak. We just have mini deployable access on the roof. And these unskinned sheet metal roofs just make it kind of harder to see that they're actual turrets when you fly by or if you're just above on a mini. And then we have our other hidden loot bunkers right here, bunker 5 and 6. And you can't have that deployable right there at the top tail edge of the roof, but you just place this roof right here and it pops off that top roof. We'll go ahead and put the go ahead and place the other roof to open the other bunker. And then when we hop up here, those roofs have disappeared and we have more hidden barrels. That's pretty much it. And you have all those bunkers to hide all your loot and this tiny little baby base called the CRADLE. And then you just seal that up, upgrade it. And it looks just like your actual roof floor. So it's pretty incognito, not the best, but the other ones are very incognito. And yeah, very nice and very easy. Very easy, the CRADLE. Very nice sunset going on right here. Very nice. It's incredibly easy to build the little CRADLE, little baby base, and it's just going to be a 2x1 starter right here. Standard single door airlock, double door swinging outwards. And we want our TC on the opposite side of our exit so we could have that twig half height floor there for our spiral stair bunker. And we're just going to wrap that around and put a triangle grill at half height so it doesn't provide stability to our stair bunker, but that way we can still jump up. When ready to expand that, we just do a double half wall and a single door like this, and wrap around with a single door right here. Not only does this give us like a little mini early game visuals, you also get a second airlock like this up here. And then when you're ready to expand that, you just want to make it into a 1x4. And fully honeycomb the two front squares like this. Double door airlock, and you want one window on the left that we will turn into a loot room later. And we want a full wall right there, and a window for our battery area. And then we want 3 half walls, 3 windows on each side for our brutalist peaks. It can be metal as well. We want a frame right there and a roof in the frame. And a half wall right here. And then we're just going to do a double door right there. Incredibly small, nice base. And on one of these, I like to do it towards the core. Make a single door so we can peek. And then we're going to do half walls all the way around. There's a full story right here. And on this one, we'll just do half walls and a double door frame right here. And then in order to place the grill, you have to either ladder up or parkour up right back here and jump like that from this angle. Now you have the floor grill there, so you have a nice jump up. And we're just going to go ahead and upgrade the core fully because now we're honeycombed. And obviously at this point you could have a nice starter bunker here. And then we're just going to go ahead and upgrade this layer of honeycomb before we cover it. And then we just cover all this with stone because we're not going to be able to access the other side of this. We can still access this jump up side in here, so you don't need to do that one first. And we could access all this from the other side, so you could do that one double stone. But on this one, we're not going to be able to access this side. You can cover this up. And right here is where I like to do depot doors like this. You don't have to do this. You could just do full honeycomb, but it's kind of redundant since it's just going to be 2 wall from the back TC side anyway. And then we're just going to do a double door window right here. I'm going to do a jump up right here, and then this one we can go ahead and do a... Okay, fantastic. This one we can go ahead and do a loot room right here. Cover that up, have a loot room right there, and this one will just be honeycomb on top of our battery. And this one could also be honeycomb. You could do a loot room right here if you want. If you're running out of space, but it's not that bad. Then once you're right here, you're just going to do 3 half walls on each side. And 3 floors like this. Then from your actual access double door, not your peak, you're going to do a single one right there, so you can put a barrel in there. And then you're going to do double doors like this, and then you can put boxes, drop boxes under here. You're going to do a window in the center, low walls on the sides, and cover this up. And then you can do your roof bunker right here. And we can go ahead and add 1 double door frame and 1 floor like this. And then we can add like this, a floor, and full height walls right there for our turrets. And then we can add a unskinned sheet metal roof right there to cover the turret. And then put your turret in there and then put a chain link. That'll just help it visibility from the roof so they can't really see it too much. And then you can put square roof pieces right here. But you could also late game upgrade this to sheet metal to give yourself a little... You could still shoot through just like this, but they can't see you, but you don't have to do that. And that's almost it. All you need to do is put a frame like this and put 2 triangle roof pieces right here. You could also put a floor, but it's going to be offsideable if they get a ladder. And just like that, that's the mini base. We can go ahead and upgrade the outside stuff to sheet metal right here. And then this side to sheet metal back into the core. And then obviously this stuff back here into sheet metal, which you can access when you break the bunker. Upgrade all your floors right here. I like to do these two HQM. And everything else here can be sheet metal, even the roof if you want. Even the roof, and then you just want, if you're going to make the roof sheet metal, you make a shipping container, and then you can still get your brutalist peaks. Or just your pixel gap peak like this. Then you want to upgrade this stuff to metal too, so it takes a metal block to get through your window. So it's going to be 8 rockets either way. Even if they could shoot rockets past it to actually get in there, they need to spin 8 rockets. We can do this stuff sheet metal, this stuff sheet metal. Upgrade this in here to sheet metal. All this to sheet metal, doesn't really matter. The upkeep is so ridiculously small, but that's pretty much it for as far as the actual core. We can go ahead and make these bunkers sheet metal. When you're ready to do the compound, if you can just stop here if you want. You want to expand to the mini compound after this. It's just really easy to do. It's just important to do your entrances off of your peak right here so you can get front door entrances. So we're just going to start that on this side, and then we're going to do the actual peak hidden loot bunkers on the door side. So we're just going to start that with a piece of wood there, and that way we could chop it out later to put it on the external. And we're going to do the same thing here. So our squares are going to be our doorways, and these are going to be our little mini bedrooms on the triangles. We're just going to do wood so we can chop out and add it on external later, and then we're just going to do a trickle right here, single doorway, gatehouse, standard stuff here. Half height floor, low wall, roof. Turret pod right here, and then we're just going to do a triangle square off these and demolish the triangle. And this is just to give us a nice connect point for our high walls, and then you could put deployables here, make a little mini farm or something like that. You could do like planter boxes here. It's like that. Now this is connected, and we can go ahead and add everything here. For our nice little gatehouse with trickles in here, we can put our bedrooms, and we will go ahead and do it symmetrically and repeat that on this side. But for this one, we're going to go ahead and do the hidden loot bunker thingy. So we're just going to do stone foundation, triangle, triangle, full walls on the side, half wall here, half walls here with the floor, and then windows at half height like this. And then we're going to want to place our barrel as far back in here as we can. We'll also still be being able to place that low wall. I find it's best to place them like this. And then we want a frame right here and a roof right here. And we could upgrade that to cover that completely. And then we can go ahead and put this here, this floor here, twin roofs here, low wall. And these twin roofs are going to delete that top right here. And we can make a shipping container for our peak. Embrasures all around here, and then also this floor grate right here that you have to place from the outside. We can put a garage door right here and a sleeping bag and one small box right here. Or you could also put the turret right here, but I like to put the turret down here, and you connect them like this, or this. So if it's on one TC, you might want to do this to connect it, and then put your turret down here. Because if you put the turret here, you can't put your sleeping bag and stuff, but we're not going to do it on one TC. We're going to do an external, and then we're just going to go ahead and do one more gatehouse over here. Very simple, standard gatehouse right here. Very simple stuff, and this is already connected with your foundation. And we'll go ahead and do one more hidden loot bunker area thing here. It's full wall on the side, half wall in the center. Fantastic mouse. Fantastic mouse. And we go ahead and place our barrels as far back right here. We still place that low wall. Frame, roof in the frame, so we have somewhere to stand on and spawn. Twin roof peaks here to make that brutalist peak peeking. Connect it with something here so it doesn't decay right now. And then put your grate in from behind. And then you could upgrade this to shipping container to still have the peak. Hide those barrels. And now once you have that, you're pretty much good. We forgot to do the extra square here for our farm and deployables. And now everything is good here. You can take one high wall and it's sealable from inside or out. And I would squeeze it into your roof peak and not your square, because sometimes they can mess up putting a square planter box right here. But it's not that bad. You could do it from inside or outside. One wall, easy seal, easy build cost. And there's nothing in that peak anyway. It's not like you're squeezing it in your doorway and you mess up your doorway. Just like that. And now you can go ahead and add your barricades right here. If this could craft, please. And you do one right here, standard stuff right here. Looks like we should have done this one first. Very standard. Incredibly standard. And now the important thing here is when you have a ladder, we can go ahead and put one more right here. Hopefully before the roofs, or you could just do it like this. They can't really crawl through there, but the important thing is when they ladder, this is like the only spot that you could ladder without taking damage, that you could just jump up in. But when you jump up right here, it's going to be right in line with your turrets. So that's by design. And then also, obviously, when you're ready to put it on external, on your doorways, you do triangle, 3 squares. 3 squares and twig, triangle, 3 squares, and then standard height, mini Satori disconnectable. And this is the exact single doorway, garage door window. This is the exact distance for your external, but you just got to go ahead and chop out this wood, so you're not losing any privilege coverage on the way here. Exact distance, don't have to worry about it, no thinking. Best kind. And you just connect this with 3 squares, 1 triangle. Just like that, very easy. And then when you're ready for these, you chop this out. For just the low wall, you could leave the turret right there. And you do high foundations for this one, so it's very adaptable for terrain. And you just do full 4 squares. And then do the same exact thing here. And then for this one, it's hard to connect, so you have to build the twig out. You can't just place a frame here. And then you just build something in the center here and connect them and demolish them, and they stay. Do that one more time, and that's it. That's the whole base. It's very nice and very easy. Make sure you disconnect them first. that's it. Very nice and very easy. Your upkeep is incredibly cheap. Mini baby base cradle, mini baby base.